So, couple things. First of all, I got these arm things. They're really cool. And so now I can stick up light. It's coming off this big stupid rig I have on the desk, and I could stick two of them, and so I could give myself a little blue, because I liked how that looked. I miss doing it, but I don't want to leave stands set up here nor there. Anyway, I feel like I'm at a bit of a crossroads with this channel, in that I don't really know what I'm doing with it. So, for the longest time, I've just kind of made videos about whatever I feel like doing, and I could keep doing that. But I've also made a couple videos lately about, they're like ASMR self-development videos, and I've always kind of wanted to like do some self-development stuff, because I read so much of that stuff, and there's so much of that content that I think is garbage, and so much of that content that I think is amazing, and the amazing stuff doesn't seem to reach the top. The stuff that I think is good, the stuff that resonates with me, the stuff that I find helpful, doesn't seem to reach a lot of people. Instead, a lot of the information in the productivity space and the self-development space is to slam yourself into a wall and hope the wall breaks before you do, which is a stupid, terrible idea, and something I tried for a while to very little success. I mean, I had some, you have some success with it, but eventually, like, the wall wins. Like, you don't tend to win the brick wall, but you might get lucky, and I definitely got lucky in the sense that, like, my job is pointing cameras and stuff and taking pictures, and often I'm doing really cool events and getting paid pretty well to do it, and that's awesome. And I owe a lot of that to a willingness to just slam myself into the wall, and I think it was because there was a compulsion to do it, is what I call it. A lot of people are like, it's my passion, and I'm like, photography isn't my passion, it's a compulsion. It's something like I have to do. I don't particularly like, it's one of those things where it's not that not enjoyable, but like, it's something I have to do. Like, there's a calling in me that after, like, I started taking pictures, I had to keep doing it, and I noticed, like, when I was doing it, anytime a camera's in my hands, I feel better about my life. And so, because of that, and I just was documenting things that weren't getting documented, and I got pretty good at it because I was compelled to do it, and I was doing it every day, and I was taking pictures, and I was asking questions, and then finding the answers, and just winging it, a lot of the time, and making it up as I went along, and that's how you find your voice, you find your style. And that's kind of what I've been doing with the channel, is kind of just winging it and doing whatever I feel like. And you could say, like, well, you found your voice, like, you had a couple videos that did well when you talk about self-development stuff, and I had a couple videos that did well when I talk about hockey stuff, and I've also had videos that did poorly when I talked about self-development and poorly when I talked about hockey. So it is not really conclusive data, but it's a thing of, this year I really want to get my shit together. I turned 38 this year, and I would like to buy a house before I turn 40. So I got 2 years to figure that out. I've got some credit card debt. I'm getting married, so that's a big one. Because that was something I wanted. Because if it's both of us on the mortgage application, that obviously is better. And that was something, I didn't want to buy a house with somebody I wasn't married to, just because, like, things go wrong, and things can go wrong when you're married too, but it feels better. I don't know, just an extra layer or whatever. But then also, like, it's our joint income going into it. She has jobs, so that it makes it not easier, but it's a when you go to the mortgage person, it's like they're gonna look at me and they're gonna be like, like, you're self-employed, like, and they'll just look at 3 years of tax returns and be like, okay, you make enough money. But then with the fiance's help, soon to be wife, next year, be wife, we should, be able to. We should qualify for a lot of things, but like I think we want more than a starter home. Just the way the market looks, it feels like it's. I almost want to say like, and I could be wrong about this, and I've been wrong about housing before, because at this point I should have already bought a house. Like, there was opportunities where I probably should have seized on it, especially like during COVID. Like, that probably would have been a good time to be like, housing market's 2%. I don't think we'll ever see that again, and I don't think we'll ever see that again, especially now that's like 7%. To just, where was I going with that? Yeah, so I should have done it 10 years ago, maybe. I thought definitely wouldn't have worked 10 years ago, because I definitely didn't make enough money. And then I would have had to get a boring job, and I wouldn't do what I do, and I wouldn't be, but that's here nor there. I want to get my shit together, and so part of that is like doing YouTube. They say like, oh, if you want to be successful at YouTube, you gotta run it like a business, and you gotta give the people what they want. And this channel has never really been about that. This channel has been about what I want to make, or what I want to talk about at any time, and just say whatever the fuck I want and say the F word, because I don't give a shit. And yeah, so the question is, it's, I'm coming to the realization that there is a finite amount of time in your life, but there is also a finite amount of bandwidth. And for the longest time, I thought I've known about this concept of bandwidth, of like, how much energy do you have to put into things? And I thought like, well, I'm compelled to do all of this, so it's really not taking energy, but it is. It's taking focus, and it's taking energy, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to do this, because this setup's already here. I have this big dumb stupid rig. I've got a camera. There's lulls where I don't make videos, and that's often because I'm working, and so this camera has to go out and work. And yes, I could set up my old camera, which is what I filmed videos on for years, or I could pull out my DSLRs. I have like 10 cameras. I've done ASMR with GoPros, so it's really just excuses that I'm making, because I like this one the best. And so you could just buy a second one, but then that camera would go out and work too, ostensibly. And it's not that like I work, I come home, the camera comes home with me. Like, I could set the camera up and just shoot, and it takes a minute to set this up. But there is a barrier that I need to get over to just like set up the camera, hit record, start talking. And then once I start talking, I'm like, that's great, I love doing this, it's fun and whimsical. It's a Rick and Morty reference, because I like Rick and Morty. And I'm not supposed to admit that, because the Rick and Morty fan base is pretty toxic, but I thought it was a good show. Anyway, I don't know if they're still making them. There's like an anime thing, but that's a side thing. So yeah, I just don't kind of know if, and so that this pause of like, what should I do? Should I kind of lean into one direction, or should I kind of just keep talking about whatever I feel like talking about? And I think I want to go that way, but then there's a part of me that's like, are you wasting your time then? And I think no, because I get the mental benefit of talking out my digital spaghetti out of the brain, and I don't have to like yammer at the fiance until she's like, whatever, like, also, it's kind of neat to like, you get a couple people that follow along for a little bit, and then they fade away, and that's fine. But like, you kind of get little internet friends, and that's neat. And that's interesting. It's a fun dynamic, and I think part of one thing I enjoy about having a channel where I just make whatever I make is that like, it's nice to not get stuck in this like routine if you're not saying the same things, and you're not saying, because when you start focusing, you inevitably have to kind of talk about the same like 7 or 8 things. And you look at someone like Gary Vaynerchuk, and you look at someone like Ryan Holiday, and Gary Vaynerchuk will even say like, he just says the same like 10 things in just different ways, and it's interesting for a while, and then you're kind of like, okay, I've heard this stuff. So doing it this way, I think is it keeps it new and fresh, and you get different perspectives coming in and being like, oh yeah, I love Warhammer. Oh yeah, I love hockey, and like there's a uniqueness to having this swirl of stuff to talk about. It's different, and it's always something. And whether or not you might fade in and out, and you might see some videos, and you might be like, I don't give a shit about Warhammer, so I'm not gonna watch that one. And like that's fine, cool. So yeah, I just don't, and then the other part of me is like, well, man, why don't you make a second channel? Like a second ASMR channel. That'd be like the 4th ASMR channel I've made, because I have the white noise channel, which was the first one, and then the ASMR channel, which is where I could just talk about whatever. Well, it started as just ASMR, and then I was like, I'm gonna start whispering, and then I was like, I like whispering, because it lets me talk. It's great. And then I was like, what if I did ASMR with like super reverb sounds? And then I did that for a little bit, and it didn't get a lot of views, but I also probably didn't give it a fair shake. And then I started an ASMR channel with friends. It's like 4. So if I start 5th one, it's just productivity, bro, hustle culture, bro shit, but like authentic bro shit. Then like that's a 5th one, and only 2 of these channels have like actually got to the point where they're monetized. So if I'm trying to get my shit together, starting another ASMR channel is a bad idea, especially as I'm kind of embarking on doing this Warhammer YouTube channel and all the stuff that comes with that. So yeah, I think talking it out is helping. You guys are a good sounding board. So yeah, God, that was 11 minutes of stupid bullshit. I think you could describe most of my videos as amount of time of stupid bullshit, and I hope it's just like entertaining or something, or relaxing to just hear a person, or it's boring, it bores you to sleep, which, that's what I'm like. I guess why I started this is like make you feel relaxed, and maybe me being this neurotic about something as fucking stupid as a YouTube channel that like has 2,000 subscribers, like who fucking cares? Especially, it's like, oh, it's got 2,000 subscribers, like, yeah, but like 3/4 of those are probably like dead accounts, or people that never see my stuff, or people that have subscribed to so many channels, like it doesn't even, come on the radar. And then there's still like a cohort of people that only watch these like no talking videos I made years ago, and they just watch them because my top videos every month are like, there's like 5 of them they're always like no talking videos, and it's just like that's what people want to watch. They're finding it through search, or they like really like that video and it's on their playlist of like the videos I jam to, and like that's cool. And so that is another part of me that's like, well, maybe you should make some fucking no talking videos again. But it's like, okay, well, you're doing that on your other 2 ASMR white noise channels. Do you need to do it here too? Maybe. You don't know. Could be. So, yeah. I just don't know. And then you question yourself, and then you get hung up, and you're like, should I? But also, maybe, it's like, well, maybe you can make a schedule. On like Mondays you talk about this, on Tuesdays you talk about this, and on Wednesdays you talk about this. And then it's like, yes, but my ADHD brain doesn't want to do that. Don't tell me what to do. I want to do whatever the fuck I feel like. Sometimes it's nothing. A lot of times it's nothing, actually. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't know, I'm usually pretty good at being decisive. This is my problem in projects. When I'm in a project, like if someone hires me, I can be very decisive. I'm like, yes, no, yes, and I might be like, what do you think? And throwing it to the client, but that's just to get a sense of their vision and what they're hoping to achieve, and not necessarily because I don't know the answer. It's just, it's like, it's more of a feedback, like, are we on the right path here? Because I could keep going, yes, no. But then when it's like my own, when it comes to choosing projects, I get stuck for a long time, and I just don't have clear visions for my own stuff. And that's where I struggle, and I don't know what to do about that. But I'm figuring it out because I'm trying to get my shit together. I know in this next year, I want to kind of get my health on track again, because my mental health went off the rails here over the summer. I mean, off the rails, relatively speaking. It's like I didn't get into drugs or anything, or real destructive bad habits. You know, I wasn't like eating terribly. Like I was eating less good, but like not bad. But like, you know, I wasn't doing like ice cream every night. Like it was about, you know, pretty similar. I was eating a lot of carbs, but like it's probably just closer to like a normal person diet than what I have been doing. You know, I don't think I drank any alcohol. Maybe like two alcohols. I don't really drink, and I don't really do drugs. And when I say I don't really do drugs, I mean I haven't done drugs in a number of years. So, and even then it was just marijuana. So look at me, puff puff pass. Emphasis on the pass. It's not for me anymore. God, that makes me sound like I was a stoner. I've smoked weed like 10 times in my life. And I've been drunk about that maybe 20 times in my life. I've been like drunk. So yeah, that stuff has never really appealed to me. It's more food. It's like I don't get drunk and I don't do drugs, but I will fuck up 2 boxes of mac and cheese. Like that's where I'm at. That's my vice. So yeah. So that's hard when you have diabetes and you can't like engage in your vice anymore on the same level that you wanted to. I can't go spend $40 at Taco Bell. And so instead I overthink YouTube projects. And you know, it's like if I could, it'd be great if I just could only do YouTube, because then I could do all the projects and I could just sit and I could make stupid shit all day, and that would be awesome. And part of me is like, well, if that would be awesome, why don't you try to do that? Because there's nothing stopping me aside from needing to pay my bills, you know. And it's like YouTube makes, between all the efforts, all the channels, you know, I'm close to being able to pay my rent with just YouTube, and that's pretty fucking awesome. But then you have the flip side of that coin of like, once you get to the point where YouTube's paying for everything, now you really have to give a shit about views and stuff. And I don't know if I want that. I kind of want to just keep doing whatever and being like, oh, that's nice. I got, you know, a couple $100 this month. Like, sweet. So, yeah. I think I'm just going to keep making whatever I want and hope it starts succeeding a little more. That's a bad strategy. Hope is a bad strategy. But for this channel, at least, I think this channel can just stay as the Brain Spaghetti channel, where I just untangle it, and then the other channels. And if I get to the point where, you know, the Warhammer channel or the Relaxing Noises channel or the channel I made with my friends, if they'll start popping off, then I could be like, okay, you know, maybe I can dedicate 2 days a week and then start treating it like a business that way, and just block off those days, like to tell clients, no, I don't do stuff on Sundays. Like Sundays is my, you know, YouTube day or whatever. And that might be, you know, because stuff usually doesn't come up on Sundays anyway, so it wouldn't be saying no to that many things. And obviously you can always make exceptions. You can be like, okay, oh yeah, I'll take that job, and instead I'll, you know, take the Saturday off instead, or the Monday off, whatever. So yeah, also I've been seeing, I don't know, hold on, let me see if I can, I've been seeing a lot of people do videos with tubes lately. I have this tube. Let me see if I can get this tube thing off. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna start doing ASMR through a tube. That actually sounds kind of fun. I don't know. It feels silly, because I'm so far away from the mic. I gotta lean way back. What do you think? Should I do tube ASMR? Start a whole other channel. Start a 6th ASMR channel. I'm gonna just keep making ASMR channels, and you can't stop me. It's not a thing you can do to stop me. I'm gonna keep making ASMR channels until they ban me from YouTube, and then I'm gonna go to the library and make another account. So many ASMR videos. I'm gonna make 1 million ASMR videos. Try and stop me. What? Yeah, that's it. That's the video today. Cool. What do you think about the lights? Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. If you watch this video, leave a comment, please. That feels so good. If you do nothing else today, if you want to do something nice for a person, leave a comment channel that any YouTube video that has like no comments or less than 10 comments, like you'll make somebody's day or something. I don't know. Maybe you won't. Especially if you just like use a slur. That would probably make someone's day. I don't know why that came up in my head. I'm just like, yeah, leave a comment or I'll do styrofoam noises. Which that's one of my most popular videos, and all the comments are like, I hate this sound. Which I'm like, why are you watching this video? I don't know. Anyway, leave a comment. Or I'll keep doing it. Cool. Alright, thanks. Thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well. If not, I hope that turns around for you real soon. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.